कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha. Hanuman was caught by Indrajit and taken to the Sabha Mantapam of Ravana. He tried giving words of wisdom to Ravana, but as usual, Ravana was not in a mood to listen to anybody's advice. He rather said this Vanara should be killed. Vibhishana intervened and cited Dharmam and said that you cannot kill the messenger, an ambassador of another desham, but you can mutilate him, you can humiliate him. This was done in order to bring Rama's attention to Ravana's atrocities. That is when Ravana commanded that the most prestigious part of the Vanara should be burnt. So different clothes were brought, garments were brought from different quarters and they were tied around Hanuman's tail, dipped in oil and then fire was lit. Hanuman spread the fire throughout Lanka, sparing the elderly's houses, the children, the women and the house of Vibhishana. While the entire city was getting burnt, in the Ashokavanam, the demonesses got around Sita, who was seated under the shade of Shimshupa Vriksham, and said, Sita, look, that Vanara which was talking to you, you were very happy talking to that Vanara. That Vanara's tail has been burnt. That Vanara richly deserves this. That is when Sita said, Yadi kinchid anukroshastasya mayasti dhimataha yadi va bhagyashesho me shito bhava hanumataha yadi mamvrita sampannam tat samagamalasam savijanati dharmatma shito bhava hanumataha yadyasti pati shushrusha yadyasti charitam tapaha Yadivatveka patitvam shito bhava hanumataha. If my husband who is so sincere and just to me, if I am who is so sincere and just to my husband, if my pativratyam were true, shito bhava hanumataha. Let Hanuman's tails, fires go away. Let him feel the coolness all around. As she prayed, so it did happen, because Hanuman felt a sudden coolness to his tail. He attributed the first reason for this coolness to Sita Mata's mercy. Sita yaha cha anrishamsyena. Second, tejasa raghavasya cha. The effulgence, the radiance of Rama. Pituhu cha mama sakhyena. Namam dahati pavakaha. Also to the friend of my dear father Vayu, whose fire, his benevolence in not burning me. So as he attributed all of this, he now thought, well, Sita Mata's grace has cooled my tail, but what have I done? I have burned the entire Lanka where my Mata Sita is. What would have happened to her? He was worried. As he repented and he felt very bad that he has caused collateral damage. Vinashta janaki vyaktam nahyadagdhav pradrishyate lankayaha kaschidatuddeshaha sarva bhasmi krita puri. Oh, the entire city will get burnt and what will happen to my Mata? Then he thought for a while. Like how he initially thought Mandodari to be Sita and then took some time off and thought this could not be Sita Mata. Every time Hanuman comes to a hasty decision, he will then go 2 steps back and think, what I have thought is right or wrong. Then he will do a course correction. Now he does a course correction. He says, how can fire consume fire? See, if there is an object, fire can consume the object. Sita herself is fire. She is the Pativratya Hutashana. She is that fire of Pativratyam, of austerities. How can one fire consume the other fire? Nothing could have happened. Na Agnir Agnau Pravartate. Agni cannot consume another Agni. One. Then he says, she as Jaganmata has the ability to consume fire. Remember, in Krishna Avataram in Bhagavatam, there are 3 places in Dashamaskandam where there is forest fire. Krishna consumes that fire. That is why in Sahasranamam we say, Mukhamapi dahano yasya vasteyam abdrihi. His mouth is the fire. Pitatvam, says Narayana Bhattadri. Shikhini evahi varnahi pitata, he says. So, this fire is his mouth. Similarly, if she is Bhagavan, she is Bhagavati. If he is Ishvara, she is Ishwari. If he is Deva, she is Devi. If he is Rama, she is Janaki. So, if he can consume fire, so can she. So, fire cannot consume her. She will consume the fire. Asau vinir daher dagnim na tamagnihi pradhakshyati. He consoles himself. While he is talking to himself and is consoling himself, he sees Charana Purushas going. Charanas are some nomadic travelers. They were traveling. As they were traveling, they were talking with each other. Amongst themselves, they were talking. What were they talking? Dagdheyam Nagari Lanka Sattaprakara Torana Janakina Chadadheti Vismayodbhuta Evanaha. They said it is a surprise, it is a surprise. What is that surprise? Dagdheyam Nagari Lanka. The entire Nagari Lanka Nagari is getting burnt. Sattaprakara Torana. Everything in it is getting burnt. Janaki nacha dagdheti. But leaving the place where Janaki, that Simshupa Vriksham alone, everything else is getting burnt. What a great miracle. They were talking amongst themselves and Hanuman overheard it. As he overheard, he consoled himself. Thank God, nothing has happened to Sita. Now Hanuman had to fly back. As Hanuman was flying back to Lanka, these monkeys, these Vanaras of Sugriva Sainyam, they were all extremely worried. Oh, it is going to be morning hours very soon. I don't know whether Hanuman would have gone to Lanka, whether he would have met Sita, whether he would have safely escaped from Ravana's clutches. They were all worried. As they were worried, they heard a thunderous noise which was akin to the voice of Hanuman. The moment they heard this noise, they were all the more disturbed. They said, what would have happened to Hanuman? These Vanaras were worried. That is when Jambavan said, Sarvatha kritakaryosav Hanuman natra samshayaha nahyasya kritakaryasya nadayevam vidho bhavet. He said, surely this is the voice of Hanuman only. Do not worry, monkeys. And this tone and tenor surely says something. These Vanaras asked, what does it say? What does it convey, Jambavan? Please tell us. We are so worried for Hanuman. Don't worry. From the tone in which Hanuman has said, I can confidently conclude that Hanuman is successful in sighting and seeing Sita. He has seen Sita. Now you may worry. Sir, how can Hanuman has not even come to that place nor informed? How did Jambavan come to the conclusion? Because even in our mundane life, imagine one of our daughters or sons is going for an exam. I am giving you a list of examinations conducted in India. JEE Main, JEE Advanced, then we have that NEET examination, we have this CLAT examination, we have CAT examination, we have some international exams like GMAT, GRE. There are so many such examinations, right? The parents will be extremely worried. The Indian parent will always be worried whether the child has studied or not. When the child enters the house, they will look to the child's facial expression and decide the outcome output of that examination based on the torana, the tone in which the son or daughter calls the mother. Ma means the child has not done the examination well. Ma, which means the child has done the examination well. Ma, 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 ma. That will decide the outcome of the examination, right? Similarly, Hanuman has seen Sita. So Jambavan says, "Oh, you Vanaras, don't worry." With the tone in which he is shouting, I can tell you that Hanuman has surely seen Sita. Sarvatha Kritakaryosau Hanuman Natra Samshayaha Na Hyasya Kritakaryasya Nadayevam Vido Bhaved. Because without that successful expedition, Hanuman would never make this unwanted noise. As Hanuman came, these Vanaras said, "Yes, we need to party." And they took and asked Hanuman, "Where are we going to go next?" Because Hanuman had reached the southern part of Bharatadesham, which is near Tirunelveli. Rama, Lakshmana and Sugriva were in Bellari, North Karnataka. So at least there is a distance of close to 2000 kilometers from this part to that part. If not 2000, 1500 kilometers. So Hanuman had to take these Vanaras to Bellari, Kishkinda. But what did he do? He spotted a Madhuvanam, a place where grapes were cultivated, grapes were plucked, fermented into juices. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So it was a vineyard. So Hanuman took all these Vanaras there. As these Vanaras were exposed to those grapes, that fermented juice, they got extremely excited. They started drinking and the caretaker came. See, there is a supervisor for that particular vineyard. His name was Dadimukha. He said, "Don't, you Vanara, don't go there, don't go there." They started pouncing on him, hitting him, biting him, scratching him. This person was completely physically assaulted and he went off running. What did these Vanaras do? Gayanti kechit. They were so excited after that fermented juice that they drank. Gayanti kechit. Pranamanti kechit. One was singing, the other one was dancing. Nrityanti kechit. Prahasanti kechit. One was laughing. Patanti kechit. One fell on the floor. Pracharanti kechit, plavanti kechit, pralapanti kechit. One was blabbering, one was singing, one was dancing. Sir, what scene are we seeing in front? Hanuman has taken all these Vanaras to the vineyard. Now the affected party, Dadhimukha, completely bruised, tattered. He goes to Kishkinda and he says, Sugriva, it was Sugriva's own uncle. Dadhimukha was Sugriva's own uncle. So Sugriva asks, "Dadhimukha, what has happened to you?" Dadhimukha says, "See, Hanuman brought all those Vanaras to the Madhuvana and all those Vanaras did this to me." Sugriva, what Sugriva should have done? He should have told Dadhimukha, "Don't worry, go to the first aid center. We will give you TT, tetanus injection. Take all the first aid." You know what Sugriva did? He didn't even bother to console Dadhimukha. He turned towards Rama and said, "Rama, Hanuman has seen Sita." Dadhimukha did not tell this. Dadhimukha did not even know. But how did Sugriva come to a conclusion? Let's first understand what Sugriva said. Drishta devi na sandeho na chanyena Hanumata. Drishta devi na sandeho. Surely Hanuman has seen the Devi Sita. Na sandeho. Don't even doubt. Na hyanya sadhane hetuhu karmanyosya Hanumataha. Because without reason, Hanuman will not throw a party to his friends. Without reason, there will be no party. Karya siddhir Hanumati matischa hari pungave vyavasayascha viryam cha shrutam chapi pratishtitam jambavan yatra neta syad angadascha mahabalaha Hanumanschapyudhisrashtha na tatra gatiranyatha. Where an aged person, a wisdom-rich person like Jambavan is there, where there is a young blood, a sincere blood like Angada, where Hanuman is the executor, no mistake can happen. Trust me, Rama, Hanuman has seen Sita. Okay, Hanuman has seen Sita. But why should Hanuman take all these Vanaras to a Madhuvanam and then come to Kishkinda? He could have brought them directly to Kishkinda, right? That would have saved time. Very good question. But how can I answer in this episode? Wait for the next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.